only things I thought were, I'm gonna die right now.
You're looking over the edge and just seeing the sheer, massive, raw power.
It's like facing death and knowing it's over for your life, and it's a feeling like no other, really. There's nothing you can do. There's thousands of pounds of snow all around you.
Big Abby! Keep an eye on us, bud! We need help! Get in!
Deep breath again. So his legs straight, you guys, because they look like his legs are pretty crooked. Okay, good.
How you feeling, man? Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's bad. We got him.
Scotty, we got him, man. He's out. He's alive.
This is massive power, part of a global energy cycle. It's happened before, and you know it's going to happen again. Working on it. Almost done. Okay. 3, 2, 1, drop it. Is this thing on?
So say hi to the camera.
Hi to the camera.
This is Jessica.
This is Jessica.
This is her at her finest.
Wow. Oh.
In the fine.
Oh, yo, dude, sun's coming out.
Oh, it's so nice.
hey, you know, since the sun's coming out, I'm thinking we might want to hit up,
Look at Chick, look.
Whoa!
Okay, here's the situation. 5,000 million years ago, planet Earth was formed. There was one tremendous ocean and one supercontinent known as Pangea. Somehow, life had formed. The dangerous dragon-like Dinosophilia, mammalian theraptoids, and paleodipteroids battled for supremacy. Meanwhile, tectonic plates collided, forming various volcanoes. There was an astonishing array of animals on life, but this was survival of the fittest, and for many years, the dragons ruled the globe. Meanwhile, the supercontinent split apart. Tectonic drift carried landmasses around the planet and caused the formation of even more marvelous mountains. Suddenly, a massive meteorite struck the Earth, causing puny particles to obscure the sun. The dinosaurs became extinct. An ice age grew glorious glaciers and giant icebergs, but when the dust dissipated, a diversified display of life forms emerged. Of course, battles began for the terrific title of the most torrid, titillating, and untoppable. Somehow, the monkey discovered technology. With this discovery, his former adversaries were no longer viable and fell victim to a ruthless wrath of rage. Ice ages left, glaciers receded, life came and went, and oceans evaporated into clouds and blew abroad, causing sensational storms in the mountains. But the monkey survived using technology as a fantastic advantage. With his newfound fabulous freedoms, the monarching monkey discovered enjoyable new activities and developed technologies allowing him to explore the planet's enigmatic environments and bring glee and great joy. Eventually, the planet's environments were not enough, and the monkey developed a rocket ship to explore the final frontier. He also invented the photographic camera, which would forever change the way we view the world. In 776 BC, competitive sporting began with the first Olympic Games. In the late 1400s, Leonardo da Vinci creates artistic masterpieces and invents military applications such as tanks, weapons, and a very primitive helicopter. Hawaiian natives were recorded surfing waves in 1778 by Captain Cook. In 1888, Louis Lapras invented the first motion picture camera. Mountaineering became sexy in the late 1800s, and this led to the invention of the first powder ski by Sondre Norheim in 1870. The first functioning helicopter was created in 1906 by the Breguet brothers, which soon began working for military applications. Russian Igor Sikorsky combined the ski with engine technology to produce some of the first snowmobiles. By the 1960s, recreational extreme snowsporting had gained popularity. In 1965, Sherman Poppin invented the Snurfer, a bindingless snowboard soon to have bindings added by Jake Burton in 1979. By the 1980s, the popularization of extreme snow sporting was amplified by the use of cameras and helicopters to document fantastic action snow sporting in the mountains. The mountaineering influenced skiers preferred yellow one-piece suits and dreamy electric guitar riffs in their films, and the skateboard influenced snowboarders preferred punk rock and overly oversized apparel. Since then, the two sports have undergone fantastic creative advancement, including but not limited to the invention of large jumps created by snow tanks, which whirly-birding jump specializing athletes air effortlessly over. With bold bravery and slippery skill, the shred planks were brought to urban obstacles such as staircase handrails and stonemason structures. Then snow-covered objects like terrific trestles, acute-angled accommodations, septic retaining bins, and flat-topped twin metallic cylindrical cylinders, which in turn led back to the backcountry, jibbing natural objects such as fallen over trees and exposed slabs of sedimentary rock. With the implementation of publicized competitive events, the modern-day professional extreme snow sporting athlete was born. Showing death-defying courage, the world's finest attempt impossible stunts to progress their sport at risk of life and limb, only to rise again and request rebate and return right back repeatedly until the ridiculously sickening trick is realized and stomped with stupendous style and supreme steam. By present day, their skills have reached an astonishing level, with fantastically dangerous stunts being casually achieved, while most of their sport was more technical and death-defying stunts. A small group of snowboarders took things in another direction back towards the birth of snowboarding, ripping the bindings off their snowboards to experience the purity and challenge of surfing, while at the same time personifying the stylish glory days of early snowboard lifestyle. With practice and perseverance, this powder weapon was perfected, introducing the no-board. Both skiing and snowboarding evolved to become extremely similar. For reasons uncertain, a social rift developed between the two subcultures.
No.
And vice versa. And now, at present day, media companies use technology in the form of cameras, snowmobiles, powder-modified shred planks, and a minimum of 2 helicopters to chase around each other, filming each other while dropping extreme snow-sporting athletes on volcanic and sedimentary mountains, to shred powder lines and do tricks or jibs off natural features, all to promote the glamorous lifestyle of backcountry extreme snowsporting in astonishing and amazing action sports films.
Oh, there goes the slabbing. Shit.
Okay, eyes, everybody eyes. Beacon, skis.
You see him out? Where is he?
He's right there, he's okay, he's moving.
Everything okay over there?
Well, dude, we're out of here. Yeah.
Avalanches in modern ski movies are kind of a weird thing. You see them a lot, and you rarely see the consequences or how it happened. You never see people talking about what went wrong.
You know, we're trying to show the most high-end, slickest, progressive riding in the world.
Sometimes if the camera's rolling, you can get into a different state of mind.
Okay, 10 seconds. You don't see a lot of what goes into, you know, getting those shots.
I tell you, man, when you're hanging out there and you're just looking and you're like, oh God.
You could even come this way here.
A lot of areas that we filmed, it's prime terrain for avalanches.
In the modern ski movies, it's all about who's hitting the biggest cliff or skiing the fastest. That sort of becomes what skiing's about to a lot of people, is what's happening in movies and how they can emulate that.
Basically, when you're skiing a line, you've always got a guide willing to help you out in any situation.
Wind effect, top 20 cm going.
Test the stability, anything happens. There's always a heli right there that's available to get you to a hospital. Ropes are there, safety equipment's all over the place.
Gotta make it safe for everybody. That's my job.
What do you think about this wet snow right here? There's just a whole bunch that goes into just shredding it, and in the video you maybe see like 10 seconds of one line, and what you don't realize is about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours just went into getting that shot.
Yeah!
We pick a mellow face, we do a snowpack assessment, whether it's ski cuts, whether we're dropping a cornice, whether we're digging a snow pit. We get full beta on the snowpack, and then from there we slowly step up.
I mean, sometimes things aren't lining up.
One. Survive.
No worries, man.
It's actually a pretty good feeling to back off of something.
When I was in Terrace, I jumped into a line before getting all the beta, and what happened is I got caught in an avalanche.
One small thing can turn into a huge mistake, from finding your line down the mountain to not knowing your exit points and safety zones. It's losing track and jumping off a huge cliff.
You know, the downside is that, yeah, we've kind of been responsible for drawing more traffic into the backcountry.
It's just kind of the evolution of backcountry snowboarding and skiing is, you know, you're going to get more people out there. It's really easy to get to the backcountry for people on snowmobiles.
Snowmobiles have come a long way.
Like even in the past 3 years, it's just insane how much power you can get out of those machines.
They're really light, really maneuverable, super powerful. They can pretty much take anybody anywhere they want to go.
You can move through so much terrain so fast. Look at the access people have that they never had before into the backcountry.
Yeah, there's lots of different ways to visit the backcountry these days. This is the Spearhead Range. We've got all these people in the slack country of Blackcomb. Look at the helicopter taking off, full load of heli skiers. That's 11 people in the machine. They probably got 4 groups. That's 44 people heli skiing. We got about 35 ski tours out here. We've got us, the filmmakers. It's a gong show.
As guides for microglee helicopter skiing, we take people in the mountains every day and show them great skiing, but do it in a safe way. The clients show up and we've got to ski safely, give them good powder turns on every run.
Best day of my life! Woo! Best day ever! Woo!
We have a lot of people working together to make good decisions, to choose the right terrain on the right day. You can always find safe terrain, every day.
And I think it did step up there. Do you see the fracture coming up from here? Yeah, it's kind of split.
So this is the Bow Summit study plot. This is one of our 4 study plots that we come to all winter. This is where we monitor changes within the snowpack. Fastest one. And we take this information at the end of the day, we'll go back, we'll collaborate with our colleagues, and we'll construct the Avalanche Bulletin at 4 p.m. every day. The public can get onto the internet and monitor those same changes daily in our Avalanche Bulletin.
It's not really a go, no-go decision. It's more about sort of how much experience do you actually need to manage avalanche hazard under these conditions.
Inbounds, you have paid professionals that are keeping you safe. They are doing all the avalanche control, taking away that risk for you. And that's why inbound skiing is the main way most people ski. As soon as you're out of bounds, you're responsible for avalanche danger and for keeping yourself safe in avalanche terrain. And that's a huge leap from the inbounds.
This is the difference between inbounds and out of bounds. Out of bounds, inbounds. Shots inbounds where we've been doing control work. No results outside the area boundary. One shot. And the entire slope avalanched. Same start zone, same aspect, same slope angle. The only difference being we've been working the slope on this side of the fence and not on the other side.
If you're going to go into the backcountry, you need as a minimum 3 pieces of equipment. A transceiver, a probe, and a shovel. And you need to know exactly how to use those things.
My name's Todd Westlake, and this is Ian Bazubiak, and on January 7th of 2008, I ended up going for a 200+ meter ride, being buried 2 meters deep, and my buddy Ian and Janina ended up digging me out and saving my life.
It's that easy as long as you have this little contraption called a beacon. Like without it, you're hopeless. But with these 3 little tools, it's like you can find a needle in a haystack.
The transceiver identifies the location of the person, the probe narrows the search site down and finds them, and the shovel digs them out. You gotta have all 3 and use them all together.
Beacon, a shovel, and a probe are 3 pretty basic tools. There's a lot of other things out there that you can get, like avalongs or the packs you can blow up.
How many? I reach out.
You look like a giant hot dog.
The Reco Avalanche Rescue System consists of a patch that's sewn into your jacket. It allows organized groups to pinpoint you very quickly with the proper locating device. But this is not an alternative to transceiver use. It's for organized professionals.
You still see these people going into the backcountry all the time without gear, without bags, but you can't be mad at them because nobody's told them this before. No one's given them these key points of information that could save their lives one day.
Group of 4, just below the start zone, just below big convexity. If an avalanche occurred there, they might all be caught.
Hello.
It's so sweet.
What? Yeah. What? Over there. 6. Bow. Bow. Always drops in first. Yeah, buddy! yeah, we're rolling fresh.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy!
Yeah! Falls right at the end.
I don't think I recorded.
Change in the mountains, in the backcountry, is happening all the time. Not just day by day, but hour by hour.
She told me to stay or go away.
Just the smallest little changes create huge circumstances.
2 big contributors to the avalanche hazard are the sun and the wind. The snow, that's been getting laid down all winter under different conditions, temperatures, winds. That's what forms layers, and that's where avalanches happen. So the day you're going to show up with your friends, you better be aware there's way more going on in the snowpack than just what you can see on the surface. The mountains are giving you visible clues of where avalanches are likely to run, so it's your job to be able to look up and see those clues.
Every single mountain is different. Every single mountain has a different juxtaposition of ridges and gullies and convexities and concavities.
You can be 5 feet to one side and be completely safe, and then you take 2 steps and it's all over.
She told
Sometimes you get local amounts of snow that exceed the forecast, and sometimes nothing happens. There's a great analogy there. If we're having a hard time pinpointing the weather, we can also say that it's pretty hard to pinpoint exactly where the avalanches are going to occur.
It's a real puzzle to figure out the safe route up, or the best ski line down, or where the best pocket of snow might be. And you've got to just look at the terrain and really analyze it carefully.
We have to stick the snow on the terrain in our mind, visualize it, and travel our way through it where we minimize our risk so we're not in the line of fire of an avalanche.
Avalanches are a frightening phenomenon, but they're also fascinating. And there's a fair bit of science behind it, and there's a lot to learn. And you can do that. You can learn how they work, and you can find ways to travel safely through the mountains if you put the time in.
I've been doing this for 24 years now, and I'm still learning. I'm learning about snowpack, and I'm learning about terrain. It just takes time.
You know how to interpret the avalanche bulletins. You know how to decide on your exact position in the mountains by being able to recognize avalanche terrain and the common trigger points. You know about aspect and how to move safely as a group. You can stick your hands in the snow and use the observations throughout the day to predict slides. And you know exactly how to use your beacon, probe, and shovel. There's so much to learn, but once you get it, you can shred pow every single day and only ever expose yourself to a very reasonable amount of risk.
Sure, we are fond of ski, so that's why we want to go to mountains.
Powder is
a hard time to put it into words.
It's super hard to explain.
It's hard to explain.
Powder is
like on a bed, you know? Like you just put your body in the back and just put your body on left, on right, and it's so smooth.
Going and being in the mountains and getting those rushes, it gives you life. Like, you're flying down a mountain, it feels like you're floating on air. There's this soft, fluffy stuff pounding you in the face. You're looking down something that's super steep and you're just like, ah, you're so excited, man, because it's the best feeling you can get.
With powder, you can jump small cliffs, because when you arrive at the bottom of the cliffs, I don't know, like 4 or 5 meters, you just arrive like in a blanket and you continue your run.
Yeah, it's amazing actually, because you know, underneath all this powder, all this snow is just like crazy terrain, like rocks and trees, and it's just amazing that you can actually float through it on these snowboards or skis and still just like have this amazing, like euphoric sort of feeling.
Having to, you know, plan a route down, dialing every turn that you want, staying away from your sloughs, you know, hit the drop you want, just that feeling after just puts you on top of the world. Nothing beats it.
Looking down and not being able to see the bottom and being certain of where you have to go and what you have to do, but at the same time being scared and having butterflies and being able to overcome that and do what needs to be done, you know, make all the right decisions and get to the bottom and look back up and give your friend a high five. That's priceless. I can name some of my best moments in my life, and those are definitely most of them.
It will be okay? So it's good. We were waiting maybe 2 hours here.
Main dangers of ice climbing are obviously falling off. And then the second biggest danger is probably an avalanche coming down the route. Our ice climbs are just perfect avalanche collectors in general. And terrain traps, every bad word in the avalanche business could certainly apply to an ice climb. And even a small slide will knock you off your feet, taking a bad fall, best case scenario. I've been ice climbing for 25 years. Probably the reason that I'm still alive is that I run away a lot. The ice climb will be there tomorrow.
You did some nice runs up there.
Yeah. So this is where we've got to go.
Oh yeah.
All the way.
Thought we were gonna skin up and go down deal.
I'm gonna take this off. Oh, more clothes for a sec? Yeah.
Just gonna go down here. Hit us with a pile.
It's so hot. Oh man.
This accident follows hard on the heels of a shocking snowslide yesterday in British Columbia.
The howitzer artillery weapon is developed in Sweden in the late 17th century, used by European armies for siege warfare with the intent of conquering by attrition. While wars are waged overseas, men at home are falling victim to another type of battle, a war on snow. March 4th, 1910, railway workers in Canada's Rogers Pass are struck by a second avalanche whilst clearing the snow off the tracks from a first. 58 men die. December 13th, 1916, 500 soldiers are buried in their barracks in the Italian Alps. Reinforcements arrive, and over the next 3 days, avalanche conditions become critical, claiming the lives of 10,000 men. During this 3-year Austro-Italian War, 60,000 soldiers would lose their lives to snowslides. Mid-1900s, the howitzer resurfaces in North America, but has now turned towards snow-covered slopes to control avalanche paths and bring down slides while motorists and skiers await safely. In the 90s, increasing backcountry traffic leads to rising recreational avalanche accidents. Numerous prominent figures in professional sports and politics are lost to snowslides worldwide. In the past 10 years, avalanche awareness initiatives have responded to the ever-rising popularity of backcountry recreation, but accidents are still occurring and show the need for further avalanche education, especially in youthful circles.
December 7th, 1999.
December 2005.
January 7th, 2008.
So we started low in the trees.
We skied in the resort in the morning, and then we decided just to head out into the surrounding backcountry.
We're just gonna ski the line of our lives, beautiful powder, you know, it's what we do every day.
We dropped down and we did a profile and got horrible results.
I went down to the bottom of the trees while these guys are waiting above me.
We decided to get out of there and head back into the resort.
As we were climbing up, the snow texture was changing.
I had put myself too far to one side of the safe feature.
My great friend Shane Block was in the lead that day.
I was climbing up and I said, it's nice to play safe so we can keep playing, and then
I heard a big crack, like a huge bang,
like
but muffled by like 1,000 pillows.
There's a massive settlement and it fractured huge.
The entire cornice just collapsed right in front of me and like spiderwebbed.
The ground shook.
You're just trying to grab onto anything.
Just try anything.
I barely hung on to a tree.
There's a wall of snow coming at me, the speed of a semi-truck on the highway.
Like your heart just drops to the pit of your stomach.
My heart just sank.
There was a powder cloud. It covered all those trees. Everything you see there.
I just thought, I'm gonna die right now. It's over.
We went for over a 1,000-foot ride right through the forest and through all those pepper trees and then into the bigger stuff.
There's nothing you can do.
It was over a kilometer wide.
I got swept over a cliff and just couldn't see anything. It was white everywhere.
As I was rolling and tumbling, I never saw the sun once. It was dark the whole time.
Popped out for a split second and could see again. And then I got swept over another cliff.
Kept seeing flashes of light.
Then I said, I can't believe I'm gonna die right now. And then my last thought was just, I can't do this to my family.
As the avalanche was slowing down,
It was thickening up like gravy.
As that was hitting me, I could feel it pushing me deeper and deeper under the snow.
It came to a dead stop, like everything just froze up.
It stopped, and I remember not being able to move my lungs at all, not being able to move my fingers. Passed out right there.
My head flings up, and just my head is sticking out of the snow.
My head and my right arm.
I couldn't breathe at all. I couldn't breathe at all, and I was thinking, okay, this is it.
Had my head been below the snow, even with just this much snow, I would have died.
My body temperature melted all the snow that was in my lungs, and then next thing you know, I was throwing up and coughing out snowballs the size of my fist, covered in blood. Like, it was brutal.
I'm so happy to be alive.
But it was like the first breath that I had ever taken. It was so intense.
My first reaction was just to scream.
Before just letting out this scream of, yeah, help.
I was pretty sure my leg was broken.
Like, I could pass my tongue through my face.
Had the adrenaline, a lot of shock.
I was shaking my head, trying to get the blood off my eyes.
I lost a lot of blood.
I was able to free up one shoulder and then slowly wiggle out one arm.
I started to rock and dig with my free hand.
The snow is like ice. It's like a skating rink, like a hockey rink. Just try to scratch away at that. That's what it was like. And like, yeah, my nails broke off, everything broke off. I was just scraping. Nobody was coming.
Eventually, I was pulled this leg out.
I realized that what I'm looking at there is my right foot, all twisted up and backwards.
Ended up shattering my femur.
Finally got my other arm loose, and I found that it wasn't working properly.
And actually perforating my femoral artery.
So I started digging out on this side, and then I found this leg back there, all twisted up. Sole up to the skies, like, yeah, my legs were broken. And it was pretty insane. And the longer I'd wait there, the more the snow was turning red, like a shark attack. It was just like seeping out of me slowly but surely, and so like the snow everywhere was just turning red, and it was just a really brutal scene.
They had a radio and dispatched the patrol, and they sent in a helicopter, and they saved my life.
Next thing you know, I could hear people skinning up. I could hear voices all around.
5 or 6 of them ran out.
I noticed my good buddy, Scott Newsom, is one of the guys on the rescue team. He ski tours right up to me, and he's going, "Are you okay, buddy? Are you okay?" And I'm looking at him going, "Scott, it's me. And he had no idea who I was because my face was torn up so badly.
They strapped me in.
They're preparing me with stretchers, and they're loading me onto a backboard.
I just got very lucky.
That's when they told me that Shane had passed away. And that was the harshest reality. That was like something I chose not to accept at the time because I just couldn't.
It's great to have a second shot at life, and I was always positive before, but now it's makes you realize just how lucky you are every day to wake up and just be alive and have a chance to do the things that are important to you in life.
Matt! Jessica! Brooke! Come on, camera! Come on! No. Oh, it's nothing! Come on! Matt! Jessica! Somebody! Oh, come on! Come on, Matt! Matt!
Trying
risk is hard to talk about. This is life. I mean, everybody has to have some relationship with risk, and if you know what you're doing, it can greatly enrich your life. But it's when you don't understand the amount of risk you're getting into that things can go wrong.
I was snowboarding like a machine. I was just taking risks that were, you know, in retrospect, kind of stupid. And nah, that's not true, man. They're all wicked risks. I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world.
You can go wherever you want, and it's like you literally can go wherever you want. The world is your playground. It's like if you want to go there, you know it's fun, and who doesn't like to have fun? Like, that's what life's about.
I'm not like nervous and never going back out there. I still love it out in backcountry. Just in general, I think I'm way more aware.
Friends will pass away, accidents will happen, but we keep getting drawn and we can't stop. And so that power is, you know, bigger than what I can describe.
Go ski in the backcountry. It's awesome, it's fun, and you'll love it. My advice before doing any of that is get proper hands-on training.
I don't think it's something to be afraid of, it's something to respect and to learn the methods to manage it.
Let's take Tom Bird as an example. Tom Bird's a legendary snowboarder. He's one of the founding members of the sport of snowboarding. He started snowboarding in the early 80s. He was one of the guys up here opening up all the terrain up in Alaska back in the early mid-90s. This guy's been pushing big mountain snowboarding for 25 years, and he's still shredding some of the gnarliest lines in Alaska. He's used his knowledge and experience the right ways to survive and keep doing it to this day.
Yeah, you just gotta use your head. This amazing skull right here normally takes care of this amazing bod.
Every mountain and couloir and cliff, it has the right type of conditions where you can get out there and get after it. But knowing when is super important.
The biggest problem people in general have when they want to learn something is that they don't know how to learn or who to ask or where to get the experience. Reading a book is a good part of getting that. It's not good enough. Watching this film isn't good enough. The only thing that's good enough is getting out there and getting hands-on experience. I think the best way is to sign up for a certified course. Not only is it going to save your life in the long run, it's going to be fun.
For some it's a sport, for some it's a hobby, for some it's a passion and a lifestyle. To be out here in these mountains is like, it's where you want to be. I mean, I don't see it any other way, except for being out here.
I got out of bed today, swear to God couldn't see my face. I got out of bed today, just staring at a ghost who forgot to float away. Didn't have all that much to say, wouldn't even tell me his own name. And where'd my body go? Where'd my body go? Africa or Mexico? Where'd my body go?
Yeah. And you're like, trust the rope.
My board's saying yes. The patrollers are saying, don't do it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just wanna die in my own body, a ghost. Just
Matt!
needs a home. Oh, have you seen my ghost? See my ghost, see my ghost.
Does this thing go 14-14? I need a helicopter. Hello?
Uh-oh, snowboard disaster coming in.
What do you need to survive in Alaska?
Cigarettes, beer, and something else, but I don't want to say it on camera.
They're talking about 1.5 meters of fresh. So I brought the big dogs.
And if you can get out climbing and get outside in the winter and experience these cool places in the world, then that's worthwhile, and that for me is worth the risk.